Hi guys, this is Sarah from The Savvy Professor. And in today's video, we're going to talk about the symptoms of a bad ignition switch. An ignition switch is central to the functioning of a car, as its primary role is to power and start the car. It's connected to the ignition cylinder, and when turned on, it creates contact with electrical systems to start the car. Think of it as a key to a house. Everything you need is inside the house, but you cannot access anything without the key. The ignition switch works the same. When faulty, access to all car functions is limited. If the ignition switch is damaged, your car will not start. The engine will not run, and you might even be unable to turn on your radio. So, what are the dangers of a bad ignition switch? Dead battery. When the ignition switch doesn't work, turning it on several times is tempting, which consumes a lot of power, draining the battery. Risk of accident. A car whose ignition switch is damaged is at risk of stalling. If this happens in risky zones such as near bends or on busy roads, it puts you at risk. Now, what are the common symptoms to look out for? The car engine won't start. The ignition switch is responsible for providing power supply to the fuel and engine systems to start the car. When damaged, the power supply may be compromised. The car starts and then stops. The ignition switch supplies power to start the car. But when you move the key back to the on position, the car goes off. The car suddenly goes off while in motion. This happens when the ignition switch stops working, cutting off the power supply to the fuel and ignition systems. To sum up, here's a quick tip on how to fix the issue. If you experience any of the above symptoms, there's a problem with your ignition switch. Take your car to a professional and have it replaced. Thanks for watching.